Hey, cinema community, we're here at our local AMC. Just got done seeing the movie The Killer's Game. This is our extended review. Rebecca, what'd you think?
I feel lied to. The trailer promised something fun, exciting, a little bit snappy.
Riding high.
Did he just hit me with a motorcycle? That's just disrespectful.
There's probably like 3 or 4 good lines in this movie and 2 funny characters. Everybody else with either a national stereotype or just kind of a parody of what people think action movies should look like.
This movie, I think it was going for campy, but it wasn't campy. It was just gory.
I got you.
It was just, I don't know, it was just kind of gross. Very predictable storyline. And
I'm afraid I've got some bad news, Joe. It's terminal.
How long do I have?
Best case, 3 months.
Oh, Flood, thank God. There's been a mistake. They switched your scan with another patient. You're not gonna die, but you might want to get your eyes checked.
honestly, really wasn't too invested in any of the characters.
There are better movies out there. Please go see them. It makes me sad because the casting was actually pretty cool. That being said, the script kind of feels like a Frankenstitch of different scripts along the way. We actually did some research after watching the movie, and it's pretty easy to see why. If you pay attention, almost every era of Hollywood that this movie was in production for, you'll recognize some names. And I'm really disappointed, especially this was based off a book that I've enjoyed other works from this author. I haven't read this book specifically, but after seeing this movie, I don't want to.
I was surprised this movie was actually based on a book. The script was really weak.
What do you do?
Retirement planning.
It was really eye-rolling. Yeah, there were a few one-liners here and there.
$2 million for Joe Flood. Daddy's gotta go to work.
Couple of cast members that were actually pretty entertaining. There's a priest, actually shows up, a driver, pretty funny. That being said, there was a couple of brothers speaking Scottish, had subtitles. They weren't talking what the subtitles were saying, but it wasn't enough to hold the movie. It wasn't enough for me to stay engaged.
Yeah, well, you tell them to pack light. Because they won't be staying long.
The plot just kind of veers into just enough to try to make you care about the characters. It starts off as this twist on an assassin romp, but then it just veers into, oh, we have to have drama, and it's just so cheesy, it hurts.
It really hurt because this movie is definitely R-rated, and R-rated for a reason. Language, violence, just the whole theme of it. This is definitely not a kid's movie, and I would say it's not even a teen movie.
We talk a lot about needle drops on the show. The needle drops are meant to build characterization. This just felt lazy and half-handed.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
There's one point where Ben Kingsley's character makes a joke about Dolly Parton and then cuts to the next scene. There's a different Dolly Parton song playing. It just feels like eye roll.
I was really disappointed in Ben Kingsley. I love Ben Kingsley, but he had a bad accent.
There's only 2 ways out of the killer's game, Joseph. You walk away clean, or you go out on your back.
I really felt for the guy. He's in this movie, but it wasn't enough.
It was kind of funny, Teresa and I were talking. I mentioned it felt like Ben Kingsley switched between 3 different accents in the same scene.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Even in some of his lesser works, he gives more of an effort. This whole movie felt like the whole cast was phoning it in, and it really stinks to say Dave Bautista can act better than this. Check out the opening scene of Blade Runner 2049 if you don't believe me.
This movie actually felt like it was starting off like a movie we'd reviewed very early in Cocoon Cast. Knox Goes Away with Michael Keaton.
You have a very rare form of dementia.
How much time do I have?
Weeks, not months. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Doc. Even if I hated you for telling me, I'd forget soon enough.
It was interesting to find out Michael Keaton at one point was attached to this movie too, but it didn't have the same depth as Knox Goes Away. It really was trying to be funny, And I know I'm not their target audience, but I didn't even find it funny. I found myself eye rolling through most of the movie and honestly checking my watch a lot. It dragged on too long. Rebecca, what do you think? Is it worth a watch?
Sadly, no. I don't think you should even stream this movie. Just skip it. Forget it even exists.
This movie is definitely a skip. If it goes away and you miss it, you really haven't missed much.
This has been our extended review. We want to hear from you in the comments. What's your favorite action comedy? And if you want to check out some of our other extended reviews, click the links to the right.